It has been an immense blessing that our two congregations could join together at this challenging time to share in the creating and the participation of worshiping God. Worship is an act of giving and a sacrifice that we offer to God with our time and our talents and our whole selves. It's been of current, I think, present and future benefit that we have had the opportunity to try some new ways of being church online together. I believe that both of our congregations have learned a great deal in this time, even while encouraging each other and supporting each other in our common goals to worship and find a community presence online. We've been able to come together and create some wonderful worship experiences. Pastor Lisa and I have known that our collaboration time on worship was going to be something that was temporary. When we started out, we knew for this time, for a time, we would be doing this worship together, learning all the technology together, and encouraging and supporting each other. And so we want to announce right now, though, that this time of joint worship of our two congregations together is going to end, and it needs to, so that we can begin to live into what is coming.
And so we've decided that the last Sunday for us to have a joint worship experience will be Sunday, May 31st. And part of the reason for choosing this day is because it's also Pentecost. And it just makes sense as we remember that Pentecost is the day which we recall when God poured the Holy Spirit out on the disciples. And it's a wonderful day for us to affirm how God continues to equip and gift our individual congregations with the Spirit for our current and for our future ministries. And so even though we're splitting, we know that we're still sharing the same message. We're sharing the same good news, the same gospel, but the ways in how we're sharing that, the methods we use to continue to share God's good news continues to change, just as we've been experiencing over the last couple of weeks.
And so through this online experience, we have realized that we've actually been connecting with more people than we normally would on any given week in each of our churches. And so we do believe that there are lots of new ways that God is reaching out through us and can use us in lots of different ways, but we've got to get our minds around what that means. And in what way God is calling each of our congregations uniquely to serve in this community and in the world. And so as we split from worshiping together, we're mindful that God may well call us together to do future ministry things as a joint effort. So we're not splitting and separating. We're going out into separate mission fields that are connected, but we have very different purposes. And so we will begin a visioning process after Pentecost to sort out what is Providence called to do and be in this community, and what is Crooks Memorial called to do and be in this future that God is preparing for us.
And so, friends, we want to celebrate all that God has done in our midst, what the Spirit has done, and there's no better day to do that than Pentecost. And so things are just timing up so nicely. And so as we celebrate the birth of the church on Pentecost, we want you to be a part of celebrating our partnership. So we ask two things of all of you. We hope you'll really consider doing this for us. One, we want to see pictures. We need lots of pictures of what it's looked like for you all to worship in your homes. And so you could take a picture now, or you could wait till next Sunday and take pictures. But we want to see you and whoever you're with. So whether they're selfies or group shots, however that needs to look. What's online worship look like in your home? And we need to have those pictures by next Sunday. And then second, we want some testimonies about this time and how they relate to worship and being the church. We have two specific questions that we're asking you to answer one or both of, and those have been emailed out, and we'll email those out again this week. But we'd love to either have a video recording of you, maybe no more than a minute and a half, of answering either one of them or both questions. Or if you're not comfortable with that, you could audio record yourself, or at the very least, just write down your response, and we'll be able to find a way to use all of those, hopefully in worship on Pentecost. And so help us celebrate this day. Pictures, testimonies, be a part of it.